Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Retro Gamers podcast, episode number 307. Larry here.
And Anthony here.
Ant, what's going on? How are you?
Yeah, well, Christmas is here.
It is.
Christmas is upon us. 'Tis the season. And might I say, you sound very mellow.
I am so tired, and I thought I blew my voice out last night. I went to a show, wrestling show, House of Glory, very cool.
Yep.
And just first time in a long time, just yelling, screaming. I was with Felix, who's been on the show a few times.
Yes.
And no matter what you do with him, his electricity, you have no choice but to ramp it up to 20.
Well, can I just point out a little tinge of irony in all of this? If you remember a week or two ago, when we recorded in person, I had talked about how sometimes your voice is so booming that I have to constantly raise mine up just to try and compete with you, even though I really can't hit your level because I just don't talk that loud. I was like, it's nice to see you come down to my level.
Yeah, no, right now
an episode.
I don't have much of a choice. And I sounded worse when I got home last night. So
I can imagine if you're sounding this low right now.
Well, home. I'm at my parents because it was in Queens, so I crashed here.
Okay. So, well, that's fair.
In any event, had a good time. So,
and that's the most important thing. As long as you had a good time.
I haven't felt like this in a long time. So,
well, then we'll try to keep this episode festive yet chill.
Yes,
festive and chill.
And speaking of festive, actually, I got a not a Christmas present, but certainly something that was on sale for a little while, so it's a little new. I just want to show up this really cool sweatshirt that I got. It was for, actually, truth be told, I bought it a few months ago. The 35th anniversary of Contra.
Yes.
So I picked up this pretty cool sweatshirt from Konami directly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So Red Falcon, 35th anniversary.
Very, very cool.
And what was cool is it came with pins. Wait, did it come with? I probably bought them. That had this kind of 35th anniversary logo.
Yep.
And then the other pin is the spread gun logo, the one you pick up.
Oh yeah, I love that.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, those are pretty cool. So this is the first time I'll get to wear the sweatshirt, and it is warm. So this is going to be. I'll be wearing this for the winter.
Well, it's looking pretty snazzy. I also am wearing a new shirt. I'm trying to find out where I bought it from.
It's Fashion Week here on the Retro Gamers.
It's you know what? It's the season. It's Christmas. People are shopping for gifts and everything like that. So what do? We buy gifts for ourselves.
100%.
That's what we do. But I couldn't pass this up. This was from a website called, I kid you not, Snorg Tees. SNORG. Snorg Tees. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them.
Okay. So I saw this and I thought, they made this specifically for me. So if you look at that,
go alone, take this. It will.
I mean, come on.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It will purr. For those listening, so it's the beginning of Zelda, and there he is holding up a cat. That
Link is holding up a cat. I couldn't pass that up.
So. And that's a good quality T-shirt.
Yeah, no, it feels really good.
Okay,
good. I already ran it through the wash, and it obviously shrunk a little bit, like they all do when you first wash them. But no, very, very comfortable. In fact, it probably fits me better than most of my other T-shirts.
No, that's good.
I always tend to buy big.
So. Yeah, well, me too. But I have no choice. I see those websites sometimes with those T-shirts, and I'm always questioning the quality. But now that you've tested that one out,
yeah, no. I had to buy this, and I figured I'll test it out. And again, it's an iron-on. So
yeah, they mostly are.
Yeah. So I mean, eventually, if I wear it too much, it'll fade. But even just for the cat alone, I mean, totally worth it.
Totally works.
So Larry,
actually,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please do.
No, I was going to say, speaking about Christmas or anything, I'm sure you've already gotten your shopping done and everything like that for friends, family, relatives, whatnots. But it's kind of cool sometimes just to look what stuff that's available. Like this year, I got to, and I don't really have anything prepared because I'm on the road, so I apologize. But go for yourself and check it out.
When this episode drops, I'll be on the road.
Yeah, this is true. You'll be above the road, probably.
Very true.
Etsy this year. I've been seeing some stuff on it, and Etsy's a great website but I've been seeing some really cool stuff on there lately for Christmas.
Okay.
And it's weird because sometimes, and I mentioned this once before, actually probably last year, like I'm starting to see, because a lot of it's like 3D printed or wood laser cut or something like that. So multiple people are selling the same thing, which is fine. That is what it is. But I've seen stuff like a laser cut wooden power-up block from Super Mario Brothers.
Ooh.
That's like a legit size block made of wood. Someone was selling like Mario coins that are like, I don't know, about the size of a cell phone.
Oh wow,
like they're huge.
That's really cool.
Just for decorative purposes. And of course, I've used Etsy for recently, like I mentioned, to reprint boxes, game boxes, like for Sega CD, and it looks brand new. So it's pretty cool. Just to look through it, some of the stuff that some of these people are coming up with. And I might hit them up after Christmas because I did see, again, it's a couple of sites, so I got to find whichever one I guess is the cheapest. But I've been seeing a lot of items that allow you to not necessarily store, but mount some systems on the wall.
Oh,
now I'm not thinking
like like shadow box type of thing.
No, like slips. Like you can actually just you put it in and you slide the almost. I'm using it as an example. Like this is a cell phone holder, but imagine like putting a cell phone holder.
And you just drop it right. Oh, that's really cool.
And then you just drop it in.
Oh, that's very cool.
I've seen it for like Xbox Series X and for the PlayStation 4, and they'll hold. I'm not worried about them falling off the wall. It's just for me at least, the rarity of putting in a physical disc. I don't know how well it is with the vibration on the wall, but I saw one for the Switch, and I saw some mounts for the minis that I might do. I got to think about it, see how it goes. But it seems like a good idea. Get some off the desk, off the table. The minis I can basically show off, and I just pick them up and use them when I want. And the Switch, even if you do use game cartridges, is not like it's anything really moving in there. So again, just some interesting things new that I saw this year that seem to be a theme of this stuff. So again, a lot of it through Etsy. So definitely go.
Yeah, I mean, Etsy is loaded with stuff. I think I bought a couple of things off of Etsy. In fact, now that I think about it, sometimes it's hard to remember because there's so many places that now create their own stuff.
Oh yeah.
So totally. And then since you're talking about Etsy, I'll just throw this out there because I literally shared this with you like 10 minutes before we recorded. But this wasn't on Etsy, this is on Kickstarter, and I know you love your little Kickstarters.
I do love Kickstarter. Don't talk too loud, my parents might be here.
Oh, okay. If I talk loudly and tell them, how much money you spent, will they come in and you get coal for Christmas?
Luckily, the last couple Kickstarters didn't make their goal.
Oh, okay. But there was a Kickstarter out there with called the Checkmate Monitor. It's basically a modular display case that looks like an old school computer monitor, like the old CRT monitor.
Yep.
But you can slide in like your iPad or whatever device you play on.
Yeah.
And so and you can make it look like you're playing on an old school monitor. Cool. So it's a cool little thing. And again, for somebody who wants to feel that nostalgia, but still play, play in your 4K or,
honestly,
you could be like, wow, I don't remember these monitors looking this clear.
I had bought a, which actually didn't work well, unfortunately, but it was an Apple Watch charger holder. It wasn't even a charger, it was just a holder that you put the Apple Watch charger into.
Yep.
But it was shaped like a Game Boy.
Oh,
so
nice.
When you put the watch in, the face of the watch is like a Game Boy game.
It's like a Game Boy.
So again, but
cool.
So this is kind of akin to that.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. I like those ideas. Those are fun.
Yeah. No, those are really cool. And what and then other shopping things, since we're talking about things, purchases. So we all know that, I think the last month or two, the ongoing joke has been, I have a Steam Deck. And
are you sure?
Yes, I'm pretty sure because it keeps looking at me. At one point, I thought it was actually talking to me. because I've
Make
been
sure you turn it on. I think warranty wise, you have to turn it on within the
no. It works. It works. It definitely works because Jack was here on Friday.
Oh, okay.
And we hooked it up to my TV.
He's already converted it into like a small
oh no, I now have a robot guardian that comes with me everywhere.
That's already battled the cats.
Yes, Captain Steam. No. So Jack came over. We hooked the Steam Deck up to the TV.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just futzing around with it and whatnot. Learned that obviously it's surprisingly easy to hook up like a PS4 or a PS5 controller to it.
Yeah, no, a lot of systems have been doing that, but that's convenient.
Yeah, it's super convenient to do that. But so hooked up the Steam Deck. We tried it out a little bit, and so it got me. I got the urge now. I got the urge. I got the urge. I got the itch. I got to play. I need to play it. And because just full disclosure, we're recording this on Sunday because in a few hours I'm jumping on a plane to fly somewhere for work. So I was like, okay, this is the day. Today is the day. I'm playing my Steam Deck because I have to get on a plane and there's nothing else to do on the plane. I mean, I could read, I could watch TV, or I can play. I'm going to play. So last night I went on Humble Bundle because Jack, once again, he's always peddling. He's always peddling the wares. I think he might secretly own Humble Bundle. We just don't know. But I went on Humble Bundle because they're having a huge Christmas sale right now. I don't know how many of the bundles are going to be left, when this episode drops on Tuesday, but if you do purchase stuff from Humble Bundle, go check it out. They're having a lot of sales. And then starting December 22nd, they have their end of year sale. So they'll be starting a whole new sale starting on December 22nd. Okay. But I went on Humble Bundle and I grabbed Inscription, which is like a horror card game. Mm-hmm. But it's really cool. I tried the demo, liked it a lot. And I said, I'll wait for it to go on sale. It was like 40% off. So it's like perfect.
There you go.
And then I grabbed the Fantastic Journeys Middle Earth and Beyond game bundle, which included 11 games.
Okay.
So it's a Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth Shadow of War, which, by the way, those games are like, I was looking, like I downloaded them. I added them to my Steam Deck and I wanted to download one. And they said, it'll be 110 gigabytes.
Wow.
Yeah.
How big is your Steam?
No, my Steam Deck's only 250. But I'm just saying, I'm like, well, if I play this,
I got to get a Lord of the Rings deck.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, exactly. It's like if I play this game, I just have a Middle Earth deck. I don't have a Steam Deck. So those two games, Gauntlet Slayer Edition.
Okay.
In the pack, which, and I love Gauntlet games. Yeah. Then there's Gauntlet Lilith of Necromancer pack, which is an add-on to that game. And then I got some fun stuff in this pack. Lego Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Lego Harry Potter, both games. Years 1 through 4, 5 through 7.
Yep.
Lego The Hobbit, and then there were 3 add-on packs for Lego The Hobbit. So all in all, like there were 11 things in there. And again, Humble Bundle, it's like you can pay as little as like $10.
Oh yeah, totally.
So just a really good pack. And they have a bunch of other packs on there. So if you're interested, go check them out. Or wait until the 22nd and see what the new sale is like. Because they have, and then you can buy solo games. There are a bunch of solo games on sale there too right now.
It goes to donations, right?
Yeah, a portion of it gets donated to a charity. So, and sometimes you get to choose which one. Like,
I was going to say, yeah, because it's going to charity. Let's wait till the prices are way low.
Oh, super low. And then, absolutely. And then, half a penny,
Humbug.
Yeah, basically. All right. Yeah. That would be you, Scrooge.
How dare you? I just watched him up at Christmas Carol. Oh, great movie.
Oh, I'll be watching that. I'll definitely be watching that before. I this year, for some odd reason, I was obsessed. I had to watch Home Alone, and I finally watched it yesterday. I don't know why I wanted to watch it this year.
It's a Christmas movie.
No. It's a Christmas movie. I just don't know why I wanted to watch it. I haven't seen it
forever. That's probably why.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know, but Muppet Christmas Carol was staring at me, so I'm like, and that one is an annual thing. That's absolutely. Like annual rotation.
Side note: if you watch Muppet Christmas Carol on Disney Plus, like I did, go to the extras, and you get the uncut version.
You get the uncut version with the song
that they took out that I totally forgot about.
I always remembered that song because I had Muppet Christmas Carol on VHS.
Ah.
And now, okay, sorry, it's not video game related. It's a Christmas episode. It's a retro movie. We're going to
retro.
So the song in the movie was the only, like, one of the only songs where it was just two humans, right? Really interacting. It was about the girl that broke up with Ebenezer Scrooge. She sings this really sad song.
The love is gone.
Yeah, the love is gone.
Very sad. Yeah.
And then at the end of the movie, you have the reprise of it, which is called "The Love Is Found." So it made total sense. It was a callback to the song. But when they screened it, when the Henson Company screened it, at the time, the head of I don't know if Disney was involved.
Disney was there yet.
I think Disney was involved in it. Well, whoever was distributing the movie, right? Executive producer walks up to them after the screening and says, all the kids are getting, like, during that song, the slow song, all the kids are getting antsy in their seats. They're not paying attention and everything like that. We got to cut the song. And Brian Henson didn't want to cut the song. So he made a deal with them saying, we'll cut the song out of the theatrical release.
Yeah.
But you have to let us put the song in the VHS release. So that's what happened. If you saw it in the theaters, the song wasn't there.
Exactly.
But if you bought the VHS tape or rented the VHS tape, the song was there. And then what happened, just to add more, the footage got lost. So when they were transferring, the footage got lost. So when they were transferring it over to, like, I don't know if DVD or Blu-ray, whatever it was, and they were transferring it over, they didn't add the song into the DVD release because the quality of the VHS one wouldn't have looked good. They said the quality, you would have noticed it wasn't DVD quality. So for 20 some odd years, the song, was completely just gone. The song was gone. The song was gone. See? And then a year ago, I think it was like 2021. In 2021, somebody randomly found the original print, the original film print, hiding somewhere in an archive or in a basement somewhere. And then as soon as they found it, they went and restored it, and now you can watch it.
And it's
on
seamless.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. So
so I am looking forward to watching it, and I'm looking forward to watching it with that song in it, because that's the only way I remember the movie. I never saw it. It's funny,
I don't remember how I saw it originally, but it's in the extras though. Yeah, that version of the movie is under extras.
Yeah, I originally saw it on the VHS tape, so that's why. So that's why I always remember it with the song.
Yeah. It's like the Mandela effect.
Yes. Yeah, because I remember the first time I saw it, when it was cut out, I was like, what happened? Where did it go?
I'm pretty sure there was a song here.
Yeah, I'm like, there's definitely a song here. And then when I got to the end of the movie, I'm like, well, this is stupid. Literally, I said that. I was like, this is the reprise of the
That's the Scrooge dance. I love the Scrooge.
That's pretty much my reaction to all that. Well, Michael Caine was a great Scrooge.
Michael Caine was fantastic. He played that role the best.
And I still think Beaker flipped him off.
Oh, 100%. Every time that happens, I keep staring at that.
It's not true. It's not true, but it still looks like it.
No, anyway, he pointed at him, but I swear I thought he gave him the finger.
All right, back to video games. Sorry for the tangent, everybody.
Oh, stop it. People love it.
I hope so. I thought what we would just do, I know we're kind of doing a short episode this week. It's Christmas. We want everybody to kind of go enjoy their figgy pudding or, play your old Victorian games from the 18th century or whatever.
Want to play Yes, No? Oh, delightful.
Yes, let's play Yes, No. No. Oh, you already started. No, I don't want to play. So I thought we'll do some retro news.
Yeah.
We got some retro birthdays to talk about. And then we have, of course, our holiday contest, right? So let's jump into retro news. There's a really cool bit of retro news that I'm looking forward to sharing. And I'm going to save it for the end.
Okay.
But first let's do some retro birthdays. And we got a bunch. We missed one last week. We didn't cover retro birthdays last week. So I want to circle back and touch on this one, because last week was the 20th retro birthday of Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for GameCube.
Oh, how did you miss that one?
Well, I didn't look up retro birthdays last week because
that's fair enough.
I was in a rush last week. But 20 years,
wow,
Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker, and I remember this was probably one of the first games that I remember where, because the internet was still a little young.
It's getting there. Yeah.
The internet was around more or less 4 or 5 years ish, maybe a little longer. But this was the first game I remember seeing true fanboy backlash. When they revealed the imagery for the game, and everybody's like, why does this look like a 5-year-old game, like a preschool game with the cell shaded animation and everything?
Cell shading,
cell shaded, and everybody was just ripping the game apart. Oh my god, oh my god, this is terrible. I'm not buying it. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, I sat there and I was like, I remember seeing it, and I was like, okay, this is weird. I was like, but it's a Zelda game, so I'll buy it. That was my response. And what did you get? You got an amazing game. You got an absolutely amazing game. I love the Wind Waker. Such a great game. In fact, through it. I think I just I just bought Skyward Sword for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
But Wind Waker, I got all the way through Wind Waker. I did not buy the remaster on Wii U. That's the one I'm thinking of, but I still want to get my hands on that one.
Yeah.
But absolutely great game. Larry, if you did not finish it, I highly recommend you go back to it.
No, it's one of those, it's funny. I think we mentioned a few weeks ago, 8-Bit Do is putting out a memory card, like a high-end memory card for the GameCube. Yeah. Don't ask me why, because when I picked it up for the PlayStation, I started playing all my PlayStation games again. So I'm sure when I get that, because I have it on order, when I get that memory card, which I really hope works in the Wii, now I think I'm gonna go and try and play it because I have the HD version. I figure I'll try it on the GameCube. Might as well play it on the OG. So
right. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so that's the first one. By the way, all of the releases this week were Japanese release dates. I guess Japan is perfectly fine releasing games during Christmas week.
That's like cutting it close to...
Not so much in the US. It's like for your last minute gifts, you can grab these.
Yeah, because all our holiday stuff is like the end of November, to prepare to get it ready.
Exactly. No, they just go straight up to Christmas.
Christmas, like, yeah, here you go, Merry Christmas.
Yep. And there's some interesting ones you'll hear. All right, so second retro birthday. This week, Christmas week, in 1992, 30 years ago, in Japan on the Sega Genesis. Little kids were, I guess, opening their Christmas gifts with joy 30 years ago when they got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis.
Ooh. Good games. It's almost like a hybrid of a few of the other Turtle games. Yeah. And very pricey nowadays. Very happy it's in the collection.
I was just going to say, but you can play it in the Cowabunga collection.
So that's a very cool game. Very cool.
And now we got 3 35-year-old games. First one to bring up is actually, I believe it's on the new Sega Genesis Mini 2.
Okay.
It was either on the first one or the second one. I don't remember which one. But from the Sega Master System, it's the 35th retro birthday for Phantasy Star.
On the Master System. Okay, so it wouldn't be on the Minis.
Yeah.
But still 35 years on the Master System.
Yeah. No. I'm saying the game is on one of the Genesis, one of the Sega Minis. I don't remember I think the Genesis.
It's one of the Phantasy Stars. You're right. Yeah. One of the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So anyway, in fact, I have it right behind me. I can just look.
What's 35 years ago?
Phantasy Star 2 is on the Sega Genesis 2. Does that mean Phantasy Star 1 was on the first
22,
one?
12,
let's see.
02, 92.
35.
That makes sense.
Oh no, Phantasy Star 4 was on Phantasy Star 4 for Genesis. Yeah, all right, my mistake. Phantasy Star 2 is on the Sega Genesis Mini 2.
Gotcha.
Not the first one. But the original one, 35 years old.
Well, good thing you never opened those.
What are you talking about? This box is empty. I have it hooked
up.
Oh,
is it? Oh, yeah.
So we got 35th of that. Also, 35th retro birthday in Japan for the original Metal Gear on the Famicom.
Ooh, original Metal Gear.
The original Metal Gear.
I remember playing. I always found, even back when I was a kid, I always found it funny that you can carry in your inventory a pack of smokes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, then it made you feel cool.
Oh, totally.
Yep. So cool. And then the last retro birthday and the biggest retro birthday by far for this week, Christmas week, which I also
imagine someone's birthday is pretty big.
Somebody, yes, absolutely. Well, yeah, I'm about to tell you who. Okay. I'm about to tell you the Famicom release, December 1987 of the original, the one that started it all, Final Fantasy.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 35 years.
Wow. Only 35. I thought it'd be a little older than that. Okay.
1987.
Not bad.
Yeah. And obviously we all know, as we're gearing up for Final Fantasy 16.
Oh my God, yes.
That obviously this is a franchise that's probably never going away.
No, because somehow 16 games and really only two of them are related to each other.
I was just gonna say it's been more than 16 games.
No, it has, but I'm saying like in the main series.
Oh yeah.
And there's only been one direct sequel.
Which is
X. Final Fantasy X
and X2. Yeah, 10 and 10-2. Yeah.
Otherwise,
I like to say 10 and 10-2. It's just fun.
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be 10 and 10. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, for a series that's going this long, none of them are related to each other.
No.
I think the only I don't even know if they're still doing this. There was always a character named Sid.
Yes.
CID.
Yeah, I think I think there's a Sid in every game, but it's never the same.
Because it was Sid in the movie.
Yeah, it's never the same.
No, never the same guy. But that's like the only holdover.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah. So Final Fantasy, and I've always said, like, I was, obviously a huge proponent. I love 7. I got almost to the end of 8 when I stopped. I'm currently in the middle of playing 9 on my Switch, very slowly. So every once in a while I go back and I'm like, let me move on. I don't know why. I just need to plow through.
As you're leaving your house with the Steam Deck, you're like, I really want to play 9. Where's my Switch?
No. Nope. Steam Deck's coming with me. I swear my Steam Deck is coming with me. Yes. Hey, Nintendo's got enough love for me. Okay. You got way too much from you.
Fair enough.
So Final Fantasy is, 35 years old, and Square Enix has been celebrating that all year long. Yep. We've been seeing a lot of stuff coming out. They announced the sequel to Final Fantasy VII remake for next year.
Yes.
Very excited about that.
Yep.
But now, we're going to slide into retro news because it's a bit of Final Fantasy retro news.
I saw this.
Yes. So coming to the Switch spring 2023, we're getting the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Collection.
Yes.
Which will include Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I can't wait. These were originally released for cell phones. And I remember when they first announced it, everyone's like, it's announced for iOS and Android. When's it coming out on the systems? And there was no mention of systems, purely iOS or Android. So, and as much as I gotta figure out if I even have some of these versions before, but they kind of jazzed them up a little bit and everything like that. I think if they sell them, especially as a pack, I might pull the trigger on this one.
Yep. So you can get it for the you can get it for the Switch and the PS4, both.
Okay.
So it's also coming to PS4. And if you go to the Square Enix store, they have some physical release collections.
Oh, really?
Yes. So there's a standard edition for $74.99, and then a 35th anniversary edition. I'll get to the price on that one in a second. The 35th anniversary edition includes 2 disc picture vinyl record set.
Ooh.
You get the game, a lenticular O sleeve, an anniversary box, a pixel art book, and pixel figurines of the characters. All for the nice, cool price of $259.99.
Are you? Wow, $260 for all that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm shocked at $75 for just the game.
Yeah.
Which now concerns me about how much when it gets released. I might not be pulling the trigger right away.
Well, I mean, it's going to be released digitally, so.
Yeah, but usually it's the same price as physical, at least right off the bat.
Oh, true. Good point. But but if you average that out, it's like what? $12-13 a game.
No, don't justify it. These games are 35 years old.
That's very true. Okay. Well, then wait for a humble bundle. What do you want me to tell you? I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Although I don't think this will ever show up on that.
Probably not.
So imagine, I would love to play Final Fantasy on my Steam Deck.
Oh, I'm going to play it on my original Steam Deck. It's called a Nintendo Switch.
There you go.
Copycats.
But they made it better. Anyway, that was a big piece.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I saw that.
Really cool.
So, because I never sat down. I don't think with any of the original Final Fantasies. Again, just as I mentioned, was it the Tactics? fell in love with Tactics because that was very Shining Force like.
Very Shining Force like.
I never
yes.
beat that though. I should go back and play that.
I actually have Tactics too that I want to go back and play. I have the PS1 version, right?
Yeah, it came out on PS1. Yeah,
PS1. Yeah. All right, moving on to we're gonna leave Final Fantasy behind. We're gonna move to Pokemon for a minute. We did announce that we announced this I think last week or a couple weeks ago how Ash Ketchum is ending his 25-year journey after recently becoming Pokemon champion, and they're doing this whole farewell tour with Ash.
We didn't mention he's ending. This is new.
Oh, this is.
We mentioned he won. He finally won the Grandmaster tournament.
He's now.
Yeah.
That the story of Ash and Pokemon after 25 years is coming to an end.
That's a heck of a run.
That is an amazing run, and they've been doing basically an Ash goodbye tour in the episodes. So he's like going back and like finding his old Pokemon and they're having all of these really like sweet moments.
Oh my god, how depressing is that going to be?
I don't know, but I just bringing it up because there are 11. There are only 11 episodes left with Ash.
Wow.
And they come back on January 13th, 2023, to finish off Ash and Pikachu's final chapter together.
And seeing Pikachu standing above a prone Ash, smoke coming out of Ash's body.
Yeah, Pikachu just cut. Pikachu electrocutes him and just goes off with somebody else.
Credits.
Yeah. So, and they have already announced though there is a new Pokemon series that will start.
Oh yeah, they're not stopping the series. They're just stopping Ash.
Exactly. Ash is done. We're moving on. I still remember
for that part, probably done with Pikachu as well. They're probably going to try and. They're probably
no. It's going to be
they're going to like a new.
Well, according. The new animated series will star 2 new protagonists and feature the Paldea region starter Pokemon. So completely.
I forgot which game that's out of, but
but just different Pokemon now. So yeah.
Because as soon as you say Pokemon, you immediately, even if you never played the games, you think Pikachu. Yeah. So hey, look, it's due time. They had their run. It was amazing. That first movie was phenomenal.
Yes.
And even the they remade it on Netflix, like a 3D animated.
Oh, did they? I remember seeing the first movie, and I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "This is a."
I'll go on record. The first movie's soundtrack rocked.
Oh, I remember that. It was a good soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah. So if you want to catch Ash and Pikachu's final chapter, oh yeah, see, look what I did there. Unconsciously, get that. Yep. All right, moving on. Moving on to the Switch Online expansion pack.
Okay.
Got 4 new games.
I saw it. I've already downloaded them.
4 new Sega Genesis games added to the expansion pack. You can play Golden Axe 2, Alien Storm, Columns, and Virtua Fighter 2.
I forgot Virtua Fighter 2 was released on the Genesis.
I'm surprised it was released on the Genesis. I didn't think the Genesis would be able to handle that.
Yeah, you'd think it's more like a 32X or a Sega CD.
Yeah, but no,
it was on the regular Genesis.
Virtua Fighter 2.
Columns, I absolutely love. One of the
best. I
liked
Columns a lot. That was
games.
Fun. It's a fun game.
Funny enough, I believe they released Columns in Japan for the Super Nintendo, which it never came out on a Nintendo system here. It was purely Sega. So that was kind of cool to see. But yeah, no, 4 great games. And just that, I always feel like sometimes they're trying to make the expansion pack Genesis into the minis.
Yep.
But it is what it is. It's really cool if you happen to have it. Just 4 new great games. So
yeah, exactly. And speaking of games, just great games. There's another bundle that just recently got announced.
Oh, is it Humble?
No, it's not Humble. This is going to be on the Switch.
It's going to scream right in your face.
Yes. On the Switch eShop releasing next year, January 26th to be exact. We are getting the Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection.
Ooh.
And it will include 21 ports of 6 different Wonder Boy games.
Wow.
Yeah, so you're getting arcade releases, Sega Master System releases, Game Gear games, Genesis games, and one SG-1000 game.
Really? That was the predecessor to the Master System.
Yeah, so basically the original Wonder Boy, you're getting an arcade version, a Sega Master System version, which was the Western version.
Yeah.
And you're getting the SG-1000 version and then the standard Japanese version. So it's crazy. Yeah, so 6 different games, but all the different formats for it, which is going to be kind of interesting. And there's no price listed.
I'm sorry, what was that?
No price listed, but January 26th, you can look for the Wonder Boy Anniversary Collection.
They've done a lot of re-releases of games, like especially like the Disney bundle.
Yep.
The ones that did Lion King, Aladdin, and they added Jungle Book.
Yes.
It has like NES version, Super NES, handheld. So this is kind of like a way they've been throwing things. Oh, Contra did it. Castlevania did it. So Wonder Boy is a great series, and I've been itching. They're just so hard to find. Well, so hard to find reasonably priced for SG-1000 games. Mark III, sometimes as they're called, because I have an adapter for the analog Genesis to play those games. And this is just cool. At least they're throwing one on a collection. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, really cool.
Yeah.
So like I said, January 26th, you can get your hands on that. And then after you get your hands on that on January 26th, a few weeks later on February 17th, 2023, we're getting Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Yes.
It is opening.
This looks awesome.
February 17th. I am so excited. And I am so mad that I don't live there anymore.
It's not just an hour drive or whatever anymore for you.
10 minutes.
You were that close?
I was 10 minutes away from Universal Studios. That. Oh, absolutely. 10 minutes away.
Boy, your timing stinks.
It's the worst. Absolutely the worst.
And this thing.
Speaking of timing that stinks, that rolls right into my next bit of news.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say real quick, the Hollywood version doesn't look too different than the Tokyo version. Obviously, it makes sense. It really wasn't too much of a difference.
Yeah.
So, meaning we kind of have an idea what things look like, but still, I'm game to do a remote episode.
No, we're absolutely doing a remote episode. We are going on location.
Are you paying for my flight?
We'll talk about that. Anyway. I can't help it if your finances stink. And speaking of stinks, here's a random bit of news. G Fuel Energy, known for their G Fuel energy drinks.
Oh, yeah, stuff I'm never allowed to drink.
Yes. Well, you know what? You're going to want to drink this one because they recently announced that in April 2023, they're releasing a special formula based on the boss character, the Great Mighty Pooh from Conker's Bad Fur Day. So that is awesome. You will be able to buy the Great Mighty Pooh energy drink from G Fuel in April.
That is A, phenomenal. B, what a pull to go to Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yep. And here's what G Fuel released. Inspired by Rare Limited's hilarious classic platformer Conker's Bad Fur Day, G Fuel's flavor scientists ventured into the bowels of the Great Mighty Pooh's lair to pick out the finest morsels from his aromatic abode, corn. As a matter of fact, we're positively flush with juicy corn niblets.
Jesus. That is awesome.
Yeah.
I might have to try that once.
It's going to be corn flavored. Energy drink.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
It could have been chocolate flavored.
It could have been. Great Mighty Pooh. All right, moving on. And now, for probably the strangest, weirdest, most random thing I've heard in a while. Some guy in the UK goes to a flea market, right? Or a thrift sale.
Yeah.
Finds a Sega game there and picks it up, and he's like, "What is this thing?" Right? Buys it. And he found something. He found a game that has been completely lost the entire time because it had never been released. It had been, they were making it, never got released, and has a very familiar person on it, in it.
Okay.
So what did this person find at the flea market? He found a game called Scramble Training that was going to be released on the Sega AS1. The AS1 was the Advanced System 1. It was a simulator that simulator module players would climb into before experiencing a space sim game called Scramble Training.
Wow.
Yeah. Found it at a flea market.
It sounds like it would have been an arcade.
Right. But who is the game starring? Michael Jackson.
Seriously?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, he really did a lot of stuff at Sega. He probably owned half of Sega.
He did a lot of stuff with Sega. Yeah. He found it on it was a Fujifilm cassette, like a video cassette.
Oh
wow. So just absolutely weird and random.
Animated?
Fact, you know what? It's worth sharing my screen for this one. So I'm going to do that really quick.
More work for you.
Yeah, more work for me. But here's the I found that this is on a Retro Dodo, by the way.
National Car Rental. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, so that's old school.
So for 300, he paid 300 euro for this, and it says it right there. AS1 Michael Jackson version.
M Jackson version. He's probably bloody. Who's this?
And this was for the Sega AS1, and you were asking about that being the sim module. Yeah. That was the sim module.
Oh,
look at that thing.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Walking into Fun Time, seeing that thing.
Do you know the line that would be there? But yeah, so this lost footage,
wow,
was now recovered at a flea market.
$360 he paid.
If I saw that for $360, I would have grabbed it.
I think so.
Like, I've never heard of this before.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
That is wild.
Absolutely crazy.
Very interesting.
Yep, and that is all I have for retro news this fine festive week.
All right. Well, I think then there's only one way to close this episode.
Yes, we have our 2022 holiday whatever contest thingy we're talking about. So
Jubilee.
What? Jubilee. I'm like Jubilee the X from X-Men. Jubilee from
X-Men. More Grinch, but okay.
Yes. So anyway, granted, we're really bad at setting up contests, and we got to do a better job, because we only set this up like 2 weeks before Christmas, and we had to do the cutoff early so we can do this on the Christmas episode.
That's all right.
We did all kinds of things. So basically, we're not going to show off what we're giving away, but you will be getting this lovely video game stocking filled with retro goodies.
Love it. Love it.
Yes, and we're even paying the postage.
Yes, so free to you. Imagine that you win a contest. It's like The Price is Right, but you still got to pay taxes.
You still got to pay taxes. Yeah, you got. Yeah. By the way, if you want this, you got to pay for it. No, all right. So, thank you to all of the wonderful listeners and watchers.
There we go.
Decided to join the contest. All 9 of you. So we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. No, we're not pulling a name out of a hat. We're using the internet. and a wonderful website called wheelofnames.com.
There we go.
So I'm going to share my screen one more time.
Okay.
And
look at this thing.
I am going to click on the Wheel of Names.
Oh, I love it.
To find out who our lucky winner is going to be. Ready?
And go. Spin, spin, spin.
No whammy, no whammy,
no
whammy.
Noise?
It's going. No.
Oh, spin again.
Nope. Look, we have a winner. Charlie, oddly enough, our friend Charlie.
Yep.
Charlie, sir, you are the winner of the 2022 Retro Gamers Podcast.
Congratulations.
Holiday contest. We will be sending you your goodies probably after Christmas. You're not getting them before.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
and now that we know who won, we don't really care when we get it.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get it in 2023 at the end. But thank you to everybody who did enter the contest. We're gonna hopefully be doing more of these types of things
throughout the year.
Next year.
Yeah.
But so that was
awesome.
It. Very, very
Sounds
cool.
good.
And that's all I got, buddy.
We'll wrap it up. You're busy. I'm sore. Let's get this done with. And one final thing, where can they find us?
You guys can find us on Facebook.com/Retro Gamers Podcast, on Instagram at Retro Gamers Podcast, on Twitter at Retro Gamers Pod. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts. You can watch us on YouTube at Retro Gamers Podcast, or you can email us at email@theretrogamers.com.
With that, we're going to call it and have a safe flight.
I will. Thank you very much.
All right.
And also have a very happy, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, Happy Holiday-Amos.
Happy Hoovalation.
Hoovalation. There you go. I'm going to do some hoovalating when I'm in Universal Orlando.
Awesome. Yes, folks. Everyone enjoy, be with your loved ones or just people you tolerate. Enjoy the holidays, and we will catch you next week on the Retro Gamers Podcast.